How's it going, guys? I got some TCGO for you. I have actually just finished recording a game with every single one of my decks. This one being 2 games in a row, which is why it's such a long video, I suppose. But the first one, I've actually made a little tweak to Hay Fever, and I've actually put in Shaymin EX. Now, how this is important is because a lot of my Pokemon in here are really fragile, so it's really easy for the opponent to get prizes. Shaymin's primary attack, which is Synthesis, it lets it, accelerate energy, which is kind of the thing I really wanted before in grass decks. And you can kind of see, I think I get to use it in this first game or the second game. But the other thing is it has Revenge Blast, and I'll explain that in a little bit later. But for now, it turns out that I ended up leading with Shaymin, so it's like, fucking whatever. I might as well get an energy on this, and then I'm going to go ahead and use Synthesis to put one on Shaymin, so that way I can retreat it next turn, still have one. As you can see in my hand, I do have an Accelgor and a Grass Energy, so I'm not screwed just yet. What I do want to do is I want to keep Totodile on the active, so I'm not in danger of, getting hit by Mewtwo before I really need to get hit by Mewtwo. So, we kind of got this going on. I think I got a little bit ahead of myself, but this is a new Totodile. If you put 3 Water Energy on it, it has the potential for 90 damage, which is interesting, not really fantastic, but I suppose it's pretty good. But I evolve a Accelgor and I get an Oak, so I'm actually going to go ahead and shuffle out and use it. As you can see, I draw into 2 more basics, and then I also draw into a level ball, which I believe I'm actually going to go ahead and use to get, I think I decided to get a Sunkern, just because I want to have that on the field next. And then I can Junk Arm out some basics next turn to get myself a level ball to get Sunflora, and then use the Super Rod to put those basics that I Junk Armed back in. It's pretty quick. So Accelgor is going to kill off the Totodile in one shot. I believe that Totodile has a weakness to electric as opposed to grass, which is different from the other one. But for now, she's going to go ahead and use Twins. I believe get herself probably double colorless and something else, just so Mewtwo can start attacking right off the bat. But I'm going to zoom in on Shaymin one more time since we're looking at it. Revenge Blast does 30 more damage for every prize card your opponent has taken. So when an EX gets the ball rolling on the other side of the field and just starts killing off everything, Shaymin gets powered up by 30 for every time they kill off a Pokemon. And that comes in pretty handy. You'll see in a little bit. Well, not in a little bit, but whatever. For now, she's going to do 60 damage to my Accelgor, decide to get herself that DCE. I'm going to go ahead and get myself 3 Pokemon because I can go ahead and Junk Arm out a couple of these things, and it's not that big a deal. But for now, I believe I'm going to put down that second Sunkern. I didn't even check whether or not I had the second Sunflora. I'm kind of running on the thought that I am. I don't remember if I am. But I'm going to use a level ball, and I might as well check. Okay, looks like we have both in the top left, so that's pretty fucking fantastic. For now, I don't really think I have anything else I can do with this Grass Energy. As you can see, Shaymin's just chilling on the bench. He's good to go whenever. And it looks like she kind of got the drop on me with the Mewtwo, and that she's going to get a lot of things set up before I'm able to do anything. I can go ahead and use Skiploom to evolve it, and then I'm going to put the Hoppips back into the deck, retreat out to Cleffa, and then shuffle out my hand. So I thought, for the first couple of turns in this game, really efficient, and I draw into a lot of energy, which is, you'd think that'd be really bad, but the cool thing is that I do have a catcher, and she decides to rare candy into Feraligatr. I don't know why she's running Mewtwo with Feraligatr, because you can't put water energies on Mewtwo because it's not a water type. But whatever you want to do, I guess. Maybe she has more. She has more other pokes. All I've seen so far is Totodile, Mewtwo, that kind of thing. She's gonna kill this thing off with X-Ball and take her first prize. So I'm gonna send in Skiploom for now because I do have a Jumpluff in my hand. I can use that Sunflora to get my second Sunflora, and I could also use the second Sunflora to get a basic onto the bench just to power it up a little bit more, and just to keep the theme of growing grass things kind of there. So I'm deciding whether or not I want to set up a Shelmet or a Hoppip. I decide a Hoppip is going to be kind of cool to have going on right now. Put an energy on that bad boy. Going to use Catcher to bring in the Feraligatr. Feraligatr still does have the grass weakness, despite the basic form having the electric weakness. So I'm going to go ahead and get to take that out, and there's my second prize right there. Now the problem is that if Mewtwo gets another energy on it, it can kill off anything of mine that has an energy attached to it, because it is now doing 100 damage, and it's just going to start steamrolling everything. So I believe she takes her second prize here, and just going to go ahead and bring in a Accelgor. I believe do a little bit of damage as well, but right now I'm going to go ahead and get a Skiploom. I don't think I've used the rare candy, which is why I didn't Junk Arm for one just yet. Use the Sunflora to get myself a Shellmet, and then now the benches are full again. Just waiting on that other jump left, I guess. But getting energy going on that guy. And I believe I'm just going to go ahead and catch her in the Cleffa for an easy kill. So this is kind of a fast-paced game. I've kind of made things a little bit faster than they need to be just because there are lots of things going on. Let me see. Drawn to another Junk Arm. And all the while, she's just powering up this Mewtwo, and either she doesn't have catchers or she doesn't recognize what a big threat Shaymin is becoming at this point. And it's pretty, it's getting pretty powered up just based on how many things she's killing off. So I believe I'm going to get myself a Hoppip, and then I can, because I have the rare candy in my hand, I can get a Jump Left next turn. But for now, I'm actually going to go ahead and get a Jump Left this turn as well, since I have that Skiploom on the bench. And that's what I proceed to do. So, as you can see, a lot of my basics are gone and just basically not there. But I'm going to go for Slashing Strike just to get a little bit of damage off. And I can use Jump Left next turn to try to get a little more damage off too. But she puts another DCE on it. Thing's got a lot of energy on it. As you can see, it does 160. And I'm doing my mental math. Shaymin has enough to go for the Revenge Blast and take it out, which is what I'm going to do. And I go ahead and show you guys what it does before I go for it. Whopping 150 damage right there. And that takes out the Mewtwo. Going to get me 2 prizes. And that was a quicker, but probably a really fun game. I took this... I kind of just went left to right on my decks this morning. And I think that was like one of the first games I had just Monday morning in general. Holy crap. What a good day for games. Anyways, got a second one. That one kind of shows off how Shaymin works. It was a little bit of a quicker one, too. This one is actually going to be against a subscriber of mine. He was very modest, and he was like, oh, I'm not good at this game. I'm like, okay, well, I'll record anyway, and I'll see what happens. Problem is right here is I've shown him right off the fucking bat what I'm using. You can see Sunflora, you can see a Celigore, you can see Jump Left. That's basically the evolved form of everything potent I run in this deck. As you can see, I do have a Hoppip and I do have a Shaymin. I'm just going to send in the Hoppip first, and I will want to bench. I'm hesitant on whether or not I want to bench Shaymin. Okay, I guess I'm going to bench Shaymin. That kind of works out. I don't know whether or not I want to shuffle out this opening hand, because I do have a Skiploom going on. I don't know. But he's like, oh, I follow you on YouTube, and I believe I said smile for the camera or something like that. I say that from time to time when people notice this shit. Yeah. Oh, man. It's not very often I play subscribers, but I'm going to go ahead and I guess I put an energy on that, and I'm going to go ahead and shuffle out just to get it out of there. And as you can see, I draw into a lot of basics, which is really nice. Don't draw into a Sunkern, but I'm going to use the level ball to get it anyways. And I can also retreat into Cleffa. So, yeah, he says he's not that good. He gave me a pretty damn good game, which is, the rest of the length of this video. So, I'm going to put down the Sunkern, put down the... Do I put down the Shellmet? I don't think I do, just because I probably want to get 2 Jump Lefts going, so that kind of makes sense there. Eke out for a new hand. Don't have any energy on the field, but I'm kind of just waiting to see if I can get like a level ball or like a Pecom and a Pokemon, and it turns out I do get a Pecom and a Pokemon, so that's kind of cool. That'll let me get my Sunflora going. Now, I don't think I have both Sunfloras going on in this game, which kind of sucks. But Tyrogue, the baby killer, does its job, kills off a baby second turn. And it's probably really stupid that I'm doing this right now. I probably could have played something else, but I want to bring Shaymin in just so it can start using Synthesis. And just kind of go with that, I guess, since I don't really have anything to shuffle out my hand anymore. I could have revived Cleffa and then done other things, but I was like, you know what? We'll give its primary attack a little bit of use, just to pull the energy out of my deck quicker. And Sunflora can be used to pull out the Pokemon quicker, and we just kind of got that going, I guess. But Sunflora, gonna do its thing. What am I getting? As you can see, I don't have my Sunkern, my second Sunkern, so I can't do anything about that right now. I guess just get a Skiploom and then put an energy on Shaymin. And then I'm going to go ahead and revive Cleffa, use Synthesis, and then put a Grass Energy on the Skiploom, I believe. Yes? Yes? No? What am I doing? Okay, there it is. His side of the field, not too set up. I still don't really know what kind of structure he's running. Just look at, that card looks pretty cool, if you ask me. I decided, you know what, I want to run 1 or 2 in this deck. I know you can't level ball for it, and it does have a retreat cost to it, so it makes the deck a little bit quote-unquote heavier. But it does give me some reliable firepower once all my jump lefts are gone, since at that point it'll be doing a pretty hefty chunk. So Tyrogue does 30 damage unconditionally, even if I have a resistance to fighting. For now, I'm going to go ahead and use fucking Sunflora. You guys know how this works. I'm just pulling stuff out of my deck one at a time. And I do have a rare candy right now, so I can pull a Hoppip on the next turn and then evolve it the turn after, which I'm thinking I probably should have pulled the Hoppip now. That way I could have evolved it, and then I could have just held off on that, because now I wasted one more turn. But as you can see, Tyrogue's still asleep. And that's happened to me a couple times. For some reason, whenever I play Cleffa in, what is it? I think it's in Lost World. That shit stays asleep forever. I really don't know what it's doing. But I can see that this is kind of a dark deck kind of thing. Vullaby has 3 darkness energies on it, meaning surprise attack has the potential to do 50 damage. But I'm more scared of the fact that the punishment will be hitting my stage 2, which is Jumpla, for a fuck ton of damage, and it's not cool. So, gonna get the Hoppip right now, and as you can see, I'm not drawing into any energies. I don't really want to retreat Shaymin right now, just because I want to start getting that energy, and I don't really feel like shuffling out this hand anyway, just because I have a rare candy. So, I'm gonna use Synthesis just to pull a grass energy onto that, and we can see Minccino now. So I see Minccino, I see Vullaby. Now I'm thinking off the top of my head there might be Zoruas in here just because of the dark energy, and it also benefits from, you know, just having that. And I see it, so that's kind of a thing, I guess. Zoroark is kind of a threat just because of the foul play, it being able to mimic mass attack and then just do a fuck ton of damage. Minccino has Do the Wave, so these decks, in essence, are good against each other. Just because of that. You know, Minccino only benefits from the stuff on the bench, but Jumpluff benefits from everything in play. Zoroark kind of does the same thing. I thought it was pretty interesting just to fight face off against this deck. But as you can see, I rare candy off on that thing, and I'm just pulling stuff out of my deck right now just for the sake of pulling it out. And I'm finally going to decide to retreat because this hand kind of sucks, to be honest. I've got everything on the bench with enough energy to do something at the very least. And I also draw into an Oak, which is cool. And it turns out I get out of there right in the nick of time because this Tyrogue has been asleep the entire time. It decides to wake up now, and I forgot to turn off my Skype sounds. So let me do that really quick. What do we got going on? We have Tyrogue, we have Minccino, we have Vullaby. I'm asleep, so I'm more or less protected for now unless he does have catchers, that kind of stuff. So he's powering up Minccino. I can't decide which one of these I want to take out first. Minccino does finally get set up, but the bench isn't full yet, which is why I kind of deem Zorua a little bit more of a threat, just because it'll be doing a little bit more damage if it foul plays the mass attack. So, what do we got? He puts out another Minccino. He's going to go for Professor Elm's training method, I believe, to pull himself the Zoroark I was just talking about. No, he pulls... Why does he pull a Mandibuzz? I don't understand. Okay. So I'm looking at it, and it's the other Mandibuzz, and Dark Pulse does 10 damage for each darkness energy in play, and then because it has the dark energies, darkness energies being different, we both don't wake up, so it's just kind of a stalemate turn kind of here. The thing about his Mandibuzz is it'll do 50 by boosting itself, and then it does an extra 30, so Dark Pulse is up to 80. Minccino has 2 dark energies on it, so that'll be up to 100, and it's obvious to see that the energy he's running in his deck is dark, so everything else that he decides to put energy on, unless it's a DCE, is going to end up powering up Mandibuzz, so I'm getting a little bit scared of that, especially because it's at the range where it can take out everything I have minus Shaymin. So I'm going to need to take out some things with darkness energies attached to them. Everything in its own way is a threat, and he's ahead on prizes, so this is kind of what's scaring me. But he's going to go for the research record, just rearrange the top 4 cards of his deck. He can arrange them however he wants, and he can put some stuff to the bottom too, if he really wants to, if he doesn't need them or whatever. But he's going to go for Sharon to draw into them, so that's kind of a cool combo thing going on. He probably drew into that Minccino, and he's going to put a rescue energy. So as you can see, I've got my bench stocked up, ready to attack based on the amount of Pokemon in play. His bench is more or less the same. So, we also got Cleffa and Tyrogue here. These are going to be kind of important just because I can Leaf Guard them, which will also prevent the damage I take from a Pokemon the next turn. You know, being Minccino, that kind of thing. Since it'll, in a way, kind of prevent it from doing 50 damage because I've taken out something on the bench and I reduced the stuff that I did thanks to Leaf Guard. So, for now, I believe I'm going to catch her into something. The correct play probably was to just Leaf Guard on a Cleffa or a Tyrogue. Thinking about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just attack and then just or you know what, I'm going for the Sunshine Gracers to pull some stuff out of my deck. So I draw into other things I might want / need, Grass Energy being kind of a big thing. But take it out, there's my first prize. As you can see, he still maintains the lead slightly. He's going to send in something with free retreat. Now, he can send in Zorark, I believe, if he gets it. Or he can send in, what is that, Minchino to do 80 damage. If he puts in another basic, it'll be back up to 100. Thing I didn't know about Do the Wave is it's 20 times the amount of Pokemon, not 20 for every Pokemon. Now, that makes a difference because that's 120 damage, or 100 damage instead of 120 damage, which kind of comes into play given Skyman. I do run 2 in this deck, so that's not going to be the one we're focusing on, but Shaymin does have 110 HP, so that's kind of a talking point right there. For now, you can see he does get Zoroark set up. Obviously, he's going to bring it in and go for the Foul Play, which mimics one of my attacks. And, you know, he doesn't even need the energy requirement for it, which makes Foul Play Zoroark pretty handy. But he's going to go for it, take me out, that's 120. And then it's just going to be back and forth with the prizes. But because he does have a prize lead, I don't know what I'm going to do about it. So, decided Junk Arm. What am I junk arming out for? Skiploom and other thing for Rare Candy for Jumpluff that I can pull out. Do I have it? Do I even have a Jumpluff left? I don't know. Okay, I have 2 left. So I decided to use the Level Ball to get it over Sunflora because, I don't know, I can use Sunflora to get either that or the Hoppip I want to get next. But might as well get myself a Hoppip, a Grass Energy, and the Jumpluff, I believe, because I have another Junk Arm in my hand. I can kind of do that, and then that's how that works. So I did run out of Jumpluffs just because I believe I got 2 killed off, and then there are 2 in play. But I'm going to go ahead and Mass Attack, take out the Zoroark, and now it's 4-3. So I got to find a way to create a turn where he doesn't get any prizes, and then I just kind of pull ahead. But he brings in Mandibuzz, and I'm not sure whether or not he can kill me off with Dark Pulse. I think he can. I'm trying to count the energy. He has a rescue energy on that as opposed to regular, so he'll be doing 80 damage. But now that he puts that dark energy on the Minchino, he'll be doing 90 damage. And on top of that, he pulls a Professor Elm's training method to either get another Chinchino or to get a Mandibuzz. In this case, he gets a Chinchino. And he's just pulling out big threat after big threat against this deck. The bright side is he has to stock up his bench for his threats to even be threats. And I'm constantly refilling my bench with basics, so this is kind of helping out. Turns out I draw into the Jumpluff that I wanted, but I'm having trouble thinking about what I want to Junk Arm out for. For now, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Minchino, because I do want to take it out. I probably should have brought in the other one since it has energy on it, but I thought because it has a rescue energy, it's going to be kind of a moot point anyway. I believe I decide to... I think I Junk Arm out the... what is it, the Pokemon Communication and the Jumpluff for a Rare Candy, and then, what am I doing? That's not the right play. Please tell me I'm doing the right play. Hello? Hello? Okay. What? Why would I do that? Why would I Super Rod? What? I definitely should have... I don't know what I'm doing. I could have done that with the Jumpluff and then just use Super Rod to put it back in. But I guess I'm going to shuffle out, and I guess I maybe have another Super Rod coming up. I don't know. Get myself into a fairly worthless hand, I guess, but it lets me refill the bench again. And get Jumpluff after Jumpluff going. As you can see, Shaymin is getting pretty powered up just because, you know, he's taken 4 prizes. Revenge Blast is at 150 damage, I believe. So it's enough to take out anything in play, no questions asked. It was probably overkill, I think, like one prize ago. What do we got? What do we got going on? He's going to Copycat for now. Mandibuzz is at 100 damage, I believe, for Dark Pulse, and that's going to hurt. So I have to be really crafty about what I'm going to do next. I don't know what I'm going to do next, to be honest. Let's see what's going on. For now, I guess going to send in a Celigore, got free treat, that kind of thing, and am I going to... What am I doing? Oh, okay. Here's the part where the second Shaymin comes into play. Because I'm going to go ahead and put down the second Shaymin. This one's fresh on HP, meaning it can take some hits. I really didn't want to take the Mischievous Punch from Tyrogue, but I'm going to go ahead and use that second one in a little bit. I do have a plus power, not really going to come into play. What am I doing? I'm thinking, and I don't really examine Do the Wave properly. It was kind of one of those hindsight things after the match that had I done this series of plays sooner, things could have turned out differently. But... What am I thinking? For now, I'm going to retreat, go into jump left, and then I do have a junk arm, so I'm going to go ahead and junk arm out the level ball and the plus power, get myself a catcher, and then leaf guard one of the pokes like I was talking about earlier in the game. That will let me prevent some damage next turn, and then I should be able to take a Do the Wave from Minchino or a Dark Pulse from Mandibuzz. And then if I get another junk arm, I don't know, or another catcher, wherever the fuck that would come from, I can do the same thing to Cleffa. So I've saved myself from getting killed off this turn, but he's doing a pretty good job of refilling the bench as well, just keeping that thing going. He does have another Mandibuzz. I've never seen a deck like this, but, you know, in terms of decks that aren't really standard, like the Celebi, Tornadus, Mewtwo one, and then like Zekrom, Electric kind of thing. These are just two kinds of decks that I think are just really fun against each other. I was enjoying myself a hell of a lot during this game. But we think it's good game right here because he thinks he can kill me off right here. Turns out he doesn't. And that kind of surprised me a little. But I have enough energy in my hand to the point where I can get this Shaymin going. Now, I'm going to go for the Revenge Blast. That does 180 as well as takes off 3 Darkness Energies off the field and 1 Pokemon off of his bench. And that's pretty cool. Now, what this does is it makes it so since I'm fresh on HP, I should be able to live a Do the Wave with 10. And at the time, I thought it was 20 like plus for every Pokemon on the other side of the field. And it turns out he just comes out for a basic, and I'm just like freaking out right here. He puts it down, and then it's right here that I read it, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I can win this. But he pulls the plus power out at the last fucking second and does the exact amount of damage he needs to take me out. And that's 110. So I ended up losing right by the skin off my teeth. And I still thought that was a really fun game just because I got to show off Shaymin in both. Did win one, did lose one. Overall, 2 videos that I'm really satisfied with combined into one that I hope you guys enjoyed a lot. If you did, you're welcome to leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. All the games I have lined up after this are basically this quality. Like, they're this good. Today was a good day to play TCGO, let me tell you. So, let me think about what else I got. Got 5 more games kind of coming up. I think one of them being a doubleheader. And then we'll see what happens after that point. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.